Hey guys, my name is Abhishek and welcome you to MBBS Treasure channel. Today we are going to read carbohydrates. What do you mean by carbohydrates, its definition, what are its classification, and I will give you certain examples of the classifications and what are its biomedical importance of carbohydrates. So let's start about the carbohydrates. What is the definition? Carbohydrates are defined as polyhydroxyaldehydes or ketones or the compounds which give them on hydrolysis. It means it is the compound or a biomolecule that contains polyhydroxy of aldehydes or ketones. Aldehydes, what is this aldehydic group? This is the group in which C double bond O is present, and this is the group in which C double bond O and C. Here this is the ketonic group and this is the aldehydic group that is present, and its hydroxylation. Poly means many, hydroxy means hydroxylation of aldehydes or ketones, and the compounds are the biomolecules which give them on hydrolysis. Hydrolysis means it is a chemical breakdown of substances by action with water. Means if a biomolecule or a compound will be given with water, then upon action with the water, the biomolecule will break down and it will give the molecules which are known as carbohydrates. Okay, what do you mean by carbohydrates? It is the most abundant biomolecule that is present in the nature, and they are widely spread in plants and animals. Examples like glucose, fructose, sucrose, starch. Okay, so what are its classification? Upon classification, the biomolecules of carbohydrate is divided as monosaccharides, then disaccharides, then oligosaccharides, then polysaccharides. How it is classified? The carbohydrates are classified into 4 classes based on number of monomeric units. Okay, in monosaccharides there is made up of only single monosaccharide unit, and in disaccharide it is made up of 2 monosaccharide unit, and in oligosaccharide it is made up of 3 to 10 number of monosaccharide unit, and in polysaccharides it is made up of more than 10 number of monosaccharide unit. Okay, here it will be 1 unit of monosaccharide, here it will be 2 units of monosaccharide, and here it will be 3 to 10 units of monosaccharide, and here it will be more than 10 units, okay, of monosaccharide. So what is a monosaccharide? It is the simplest form of carbohydrate that further cannot be hydrolyzed. This means if this monosaccharide will be acted by water, then it will not break down into further components. What is its empirical formula? Its empirical formula is CnH2O whole n. Okay. Then monosaccharide is the simplest form of carbohydrate. It is also again classified into 2 ways. That is, it is based on functional group. Okay, according to functional group it is divided, and according to number of carbon atoms it is divided. According to functional group, how it is divided? Aldoses and ketoses. Aldoses, monosaccharides containing aldehyde group CHO are known as aldoses, and the monosaccharides containing C double bond O group or ketone group is known as ketoses. What are its examples? Like glucose, galactose. Okay, and here its example is fructose, ribulose, Then according to number of carbon atoms, it is divided into trioses, tetroses, then pentoses, then it will be hexoses, then it will be heptoses. So you can see according to the number of carbons, trioses means 3 number of carbons, tetroses means 4 number of carbons, it means 5, hexoses means 6, heptoses means 7. According to the number of carbon atoms, it is again the monosaccharide is divided into 5 types of monosaccharides. Okay, what are its examples? Like glyceraldehyde will be there, glyceraldehyde, or dihydroxy ketone. In tetroses it will be erythrose or erythrulose. In pentoses it will be ribose. It is a part of the nucleic acids, ribulose or xylulose, xylulose. Then hexoses like glucose, fructose, galactose, it's most common. Glucose, fructose, galactose, then mannose also. And in heptoses it is aldoheptose, and pseudoheptose. So monosaccharide is divided according to functional group that is present, aldoses or ketoses, then according to number of carbon atoms, maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Then what is disaccharide? Disaccharide means it will be having 2 units of monosaccharide unit. If disaccharide will undergo hydrolysis, then it will give 2 monosaccharides. Okay, what are its examples? Examples are sucrose, maltose, lactose. Disaccharide means 2 subunit it will be giving. In sucrose there are 2 subunit like glucose plus fructose. In maltose there will be 2 glucose. And in lactose, one will be galactose and one will be glucose. Okay, you have to remember this 3 because this is the most 3 important and common while we are reading the disaccharides. Then what is oligosaccharides? Oligosaccharides contain 3 to 10 number of monomeric units or the monosaccharides. Okay, what are its examples? Maltotriose, then raffinose, and important in cell membrane and blood group antigen are mostly oligosaccharides. Okay, then polysaccharides. Polysaccharide means if this will undergo hydrolysis, then there will be more than 10 units or more than 10 number of monosaccharides. This polysaccharide also get divided into 2 types. One is homo, other one is hetero. Homopolysaccharide and other one is heteropolysaccharide. Example of homopolysaccharide is starch and glycogen, and example of heteropolysaccharide is hyaluronic acid and heparin, glycosaminoglycans, components of cell membrane. And one more thing is that here homo and hetero. Homo means one type of monosaccharide will be present in total polysaccharide, and hetero means more than one type of monosaccharide will be present in the polysaccharide. Starch, it is a plant storage of homopolysaccharide that is made up of only glucose molecule, and glycogen, it is a animal storage of homopolysaccharide made up of only glucose. And there are also like cellulose and inulin. Cellulose, it is a plant structural homopolysaccharide that is made up of only glucose, and inulin, it is a plant homopolysaccharide that is made up of fructose monosaccharide. Okay, and heteropolysaccharide, if there will be more than greater than 10 number of monosaccharide, 10 different monosaccharides. So now we are going to read about the biomedical importance of carbohydrates. What are its importance of carbohydrates in the living ecosystem? Like, it acts as an energy source. The major source of energy of carbohydrate is known as glucose. It acts as a major source because mostly the erythrocytes and the brain cells are completely dependent upon glucose for obtaining their energy. So it acts as an energy source. Then energy storage in the form of glycogen and starch, or biochemical carbohydrate, that is glycogen and starch. Energy is stored in animals and plants. Okay. In animals it is glycogen, and in plants it is starch. We all know it very well. Then structural components in the cell membrane, it acts as a glycoproteins and lipids. The proteins and lipids that are formed by the endoplasmic reticulum, they undergo chemical modification by addition of this carbohydrate, and that glycoproteins and glycolipids or glycosaminoglycans that help in the structural component of the cell membrane. Okay. Then the miscellaneous means other. What are the importance of carbohydrates? The heparin, it is a natural anticoagulant that is present in our body. Then ribose and deoxyribose sugar. It is important because it is the component of the nucleic acid, and nucleic acid is an important part of the cell that helps in transfer of the genetic informations. Then glucuronic acid, it is a type of carbohydrate that helps in detoxification process. Then cellulose, it is a dietary fibers that helps us to prevent from the constipation or colon cancers or diverticulosis process. Okay, so these are the biomedical importance of the carbohydrates that we need to remember.